Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Studio Series Core Class Noah Diaz exosuit from the Rise of the Beasts movie. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to unbox him live, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes. We are going to of course see how he looks and compares to some other figures which are the same size, and indeed some different size figures as well. And I'm going to bring in Spike in his exosuit as well, just to have a look how different they do in fact look. Right, now as I start to open this package up, I'd like to thank In Demand Toys, because that's where I purchased this from, and as you can see they got him out to me nice and quickly. And also remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if I'd hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really does help me out. So actually I'm really surprised how good he looks in there inside the packaging. We've got, there it is, an actual screenshot from the movie, obviously in his exosuit, and again there he is full size. And on the back, because it's core class, it's going to be quite simple. It's only going to take about 7 steps. Let's have a look inside then. There we go, nice and small, only one little accessory. Still got some tie wraps though, unfortunately, so what I need to do then is just cut him free from there and then come straight back to you. Okay, so I've just quickly set him free from his little backdrop, which isn't of course a proper one, but that does look like, I suppose, the final battle sort of scene in the wasteland in that. I'm just going to tuck this away in here, and I've had a quick look at the instructions because this figure is totally new to me. I've only seen a few of the pictures online and he looks a load of fun, to be honest. It looks like there's about 3 or 4 different ways that you can particularly play with him, and this is all in the instructions, so let's have a look at them together. So the first thing that's first, obviously that's not what he's supposed to look like. If we have a look at his robot mode there, what we need to do is adjust this was the front of the jet. Obviously this will collapse back over there, and then of course we can bring these forward as well. This disconnects at the back of his legs, and in fact that slits there, so I should have done the back bit first then that, and that is how it looks like he carries his exosuit. The back of these tabs were tabbed into there as well, so that's how you need, or that's I suppose the preparation that you need to do to him just as soon as you take him out of the packaging. He's got this little booster or blaster, whatever it is. This is going to fit of course into his hands there as well. So there he is in what I would, I suppose, describe as his primary robot mode. Now the colour scheme on here works brilliantly. That looks lovely, and I think somebody pointed out, I can't remember, it was one of the live streams I was doing, that looks, you know, like I suppose the centre part or the bit. I haven't got the Studio Series Mirage yet, but it looks like the part of Mirage, which looks good. The head itself is on a mushroom peg, so it will go all the way around. It will look up and down. The shoulders are on ball and socket, so once again all the way around. It's just impeded by this, but what I want to show you is something again that I didn't really realize that you could do, is you can just take this straight off. So you've just got the little figure there. He's got bicep swivel, obviously, and flexion. He's got ball and sockets at the top of the hips, knee bends, and he's indeed got ankle tilt and rock. So really sort of interesting and completely different to your other exosuits, because of course this exosuit stays on him. They're pretty much the same size. This one's a little bit more complicated, whereas I think this one is a little bit more fun, purely because of the things that again I've just seen on here. So I suppose if you wanted to, you could then fold this out exactly like I'm looking at here. There we go, that's what we're looking at. You can then fold this out into the jet. You can take this off, and then you can attach this to the bottom, and then you've still got a jet that you can, I suppose, use, maneuver, fly around, etc. There it is. And I've also noticed that here on the back you've got the, I suppose, 5mm port, so if you wanted to you can bring in a mainline figure, and for some reason you can have Optimus throwing a plane around like a paper plane or whatever, or maybe using it as a blaster. So if we just concaved this part up at the back and then brought these in, that looks, I suppose, like a really good additional weapon, to be honest. I've just, as I say, seen that there, seen the 5mm ports, and just thought, yeah, there you go, Optimus can actually wield that part around like a weapon. Whereas obviously on the back, this side, we've just got the normal transformation process. So we'll bring Optimus back in a minute. And let's have a look. So it looks like it's pretty much, again, just making the jet, but with Noah attached to it. So let's just go back to, I suppose, the normal jet mode. Obviously, we need this folded up out of the way. If we look to the back, you can see where these two tabs are going to line up. So it's a case of putting these two tabs together like so, putting the tab in the back of the forearm into the back of the wing. Same on this side, in to the back of the wing, slot that in, and the same with the back of the legs. To be honest, you've got these tabs here that are going to go into the back of the tail, and then there's two little slots right there which the back of the feet are going to fit into. Pull the wings out, and lo and behold, there he is. So as I say, not as intricate or as detailed as this one, but in my opinion, and I can't believe I'm saying this, a load more fun. That is just a great little alternate mode, and indeed, as I've just said, a great bit of fun as well. With regards to some sort of sizes, he's obviously much smaller than your deluxe figures. Smaller deluxe one here as well, but he scales, as I say, pretty much really well. If I bring in RC there, and then if I bring in a freezer, we're going to have a look at these again in robot mode. For core class, these just seem to work really well. The detail, I think, is more than enough. And then just for a little bit of fun, I've got that one as well. But that's obviously a completely different exosuit. Let's take him back then into robot mode and see how he displays with the rest of them. So I'm going to go with, I suppose, the standard one, which is lifting this up, bringing this over, tapping that in, taking this off, bringing this up, collapsing it on, it'll fit in that gap there, closing the wings down, moving the arms forward like so, and indeed putting his, I'm going to call it a cannon. I probably should have read the instructions for the proper name of it, but like so. So with this suit on the back. But the beautiful thing is, of course, we've just seen you don't need it on the back if you don't want it to be. So there he is with Core RC. There he is with Freezer. There he is with Mainline Mirage. Again, we don't obviously have a Studio Series 1 yet. There he is with Studio Series Bumblebee. I haven't brought them all out because, again, we've pretty much probably seen them all loads of times. There is Deluxe Nightbird, and there is Voyager Optimus Prime. So you've got a full range and idea of scale there with them particular figures. If you don't collect Studio Series and you want to see, I suppose, what they look like to some other mainline figures, let me just shift these out of the way and just do some quick other ones. So there's another core class figure, there's another core class, so right pretty much in the middle of them two. If you collect G1, there's an Optimus Prime, there's a G1 Minibot, so we've got again two completely different scales. And then I suppose if you collect Legend scale, he would fit in perfectly with your Legend scale figures. He'd just be really tall because he'd be nearly as tall as Optimus Prime, and indeed Trailbreaker. So New Age, Magic Square, Iron Factory, and with regards to Doctor Wu, he'd be huge, so he wouldn't scale with Doctor Wu very well. Overall, though, I'm really impressed with this little guy. Way better than I thought he was going to be. Really good value for the price point, to be fair. He's borderline triple changer, although because you've got robot mode, you've got jet by itself, which doubles up as a target master, even if I suppose we want to be really looking into it. I'm very impressed with this little guy. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Are you going to be picking him up as well? I think he's great.